All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TCR. We're now here in Gold Class for round 5. This is the British Grand Prix. Everybody really loves this race. I'm sure it's going to be super exciting. In the booth with you guys here tonight, in the imaginary booth, it's BLIN-MACHINE once again. And I also have Dougie here with me once again as well. Hello, Dougie. How's it going, man?
Alright. That'll be a good race. Welcome to Silverstone in Gold Class. I think this is going to be one of those races where it's going to be a lot of slipstreaming. It's going to happen. Singapore was a lot of safety cars, but this one's going to be a little bit different. At the moment, everyone's just selling their early pace as usual. Only 30 minutes left to go in the session, so it's early days. 27.6 fastest lap so far, with actually 7.9 setting that time. So yeah, other than that, pretty good.
All right, let's settle into this race. Should be a pretty good one. Yesterday in Silver Class, we had a blast of a time in this race. A lot of different strategies went into this race as well. I noticed that pretty much everyone in our class, at least in Silver, went out straight away on the softs, didn't even try to go on mediums or hards or anything. Oh, and Frosthack just retired from the session. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, basically everybody decided to go on softs, and only me and a couple more people went on the mediums, and we took them long, and we managed to get pretty good positions in the race. But let's see what everybody does here. Let's see here. Failed UX is going back into the pits. Everybody is really in the pits right now, or they've set a time, and I think they're probably cooling down. So yeah, just gotta wait until some exciting times. But RC7 so far is our fastest man with a 127.6 on those soft tires. And as I say that, Flying Jippo goes across with a 127.2.
Yeah, let's go with that. Everyone's just setting the early times now. 27.2 is a very good time. At least 10. But genuinely, you were mentioning strategy. It's most likely it's going to be like a one-stop race, see. But 26 laps, meaning soft to medium, is probably the preferred strategy for most of these drivers in Golden, and I think it's probably one of the easiest strategies in the entire game, besides Spa, of course. So, yeah, you can see a lot of people going from medium to soft. As another preferred strategy if they had a poor call for it. But at the moment, yeah, 127.2 is a good time for that in his early times. Failed UX is his title rival at the moment, even though, albeit there's like 40 points difference between the two. Flying Jipper does need to start to win a few races just to start clawing back points that he lost out in Singapore after leading for so long. And in China as well, when they were battling for the last lap, when Flying Jipper decided to go on the soft was this time. So definitely Flying Jipper needs to win here just to start his championship again.
Yeah, I mean, right now we've got a massive gap between first and second. Fail UX with 61 points and Flying Jippo with 29 points in the championship. So massive gap. 32 points is quite a bit. But then from there on, from second to 12th, only a gap of 19 points. So that's less than what you get for a Grand Prix win, and very close to what you get for second. So those who are going to get first and second in this race might get something out of this race, but you know, Failed UX definitely has been delivering at a great pace, so he's still got a great chance to run away with this one and, you know, extend this gap.
Yeah, not it. Even despite technically not winning the race in Singapore, but ending up winning the race, I believe. He still hasn't crossed the line first all season long, and to be 39 points in the championship and not actually technically winning the race at any point, it's quite impressive. Very impressive to have 39 point lead at this stage, despite not winning a race. But he did technically in Singapore, so eventually, I think he might actually do something. Yeah, but he needs to. At the moment, he hasn't set it up yet, and I think he needs to target at least the front row, or maybe even punch the pole.
Follow him on board here as he goes out for a quick lap on a soft tire. So let's see how he does here. He's currently coming around Luffield, and oh no, Luffield now that coming around to the sorry, I mean the Wellington straight on now, coming into Brooklands and Luffield. You want to do this, Dougie?
Yeah, go on. And then coming up to Luffield, then he takes a narrow entry into the corner, holds the inside apex and gets the white line. But that's his preferred line. You can take multiple lines. It goes from us with Woodcote to the old pit straight, the original corner to Cox corner, takes it relatively flat out 7th and validates, goes wide because he didn't nail the apex quite as much as you'd like. But he still continues the lap. And then takes Marcus back his shuffle quite aggressively there. Takes a good exit to the exit of Chapel there, going to the hangar straight. So yeah, he's still going for it. As you take a wide entry through Stowe, it's a late apex, so you go to the exit. Naturally you always go wide, but he goes back. So he didn't want to finish the lap. That's so that's half a lap. Shit.
Yeah, not perfect there, but he's still got a lot of time to go out again, and since he's going out on those soft tires, you know, he's got lots of them, so...
Yeah, exactly. All he did was literally just slightly miss the apex and just kind of just drifted by giving an elevation, which was kind of a better game a little bit, but that's just how tricky weapons can be. They're a little bit too wide to validate, so... Yeah, this time now 7 minutes to go. RT7 snapped his full position by 200ths of a second.
That was a pretty nice lap there, yeah.
So looking like they'll probably just dip into the 26s. Maybe mid-26s would be a flying lap.
Perry the dog just goes across with a 127.252. Very, very close to the top two, and that was his first flying lap as far as I've seen.
Yeah, 27.2. That's flying lap was good. Actually, I think he did that before previous, but yeah, it's... Actually, no, you're right. Actually, it was his first lap. Yeah, that's basically the first lap. Still got 6 minutes left, so you can go for another run. At the moment, there's only 2 drivers yet to set a time, and that's Coleman and FieldUX. Frostag obviously retired earlier in the session, I'm not sure why yet. Guess no, a later time. But yeah.
All right. Yeah, not too many people out on track right now. We've got Bam Bam. I think he's on a fast lap coming around here. He's coming around the last corner right now, and he sets a 127.8 that gets him 9th place at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. We've got cars coming out for their... Oh, that's right. There's another run. Yeah, we probably there for you can make 2 runs now. But FieldUX is one of them who's out now. He's about to start it actually. You got Joe who's erect Red Wing, also on their laps, and Coleman as well. Coleman, interesting, he's starting on the medium track here, so he's going for a medium run, which is an interesting strat. So who do you want to go on board here? I guess FieldUX again.
I'm not sure. I mean, everybody seems to be really battling for it in this one. Everybody's pretty close together. So we'll just have to see. I'm actually following Latup around right now to see if he's gonna do anything. Nope, he goes into the pits. Who do we have right now that's getting closest to the line that's running? I think that's gonna be Jones. So let's follow Jones around, and yeah, let's get you to walk us through a lap again.
Cool. So you start off naturally, and then go through Abbey. is turn. And farm is turn to naturally. Apex is going to village. Tricky call on this, because you have to actually brake later than you actually think, and then nail the apex on the inside through to the loop. Just had before. And the entry is just a nothing corner really, but going through the Wellington Street. First you have to take a wide entry to go into the inside of Brooklyn, because again it's a late apex. Which he does do, but kind of compromises a little bit. So it takes a wide entry to Buffield into Woodford. This is the old pit straight. Accelerating through, holding in 7th, he chooses. Torso on the 6th, interestingly, and then continues his run. Gets the okay run, going into Maggots, then back hits, drops down again to 6th gear, and drops down again to you get a good run, the exit shuffle to 5th gear. Goes through, Phil Yokes did a 27.0. Turns, doing a decent lap. Takes a wide entry to Stroud because again in late apex goes a little wide, but not wide enough as I thought. Then coming up to Vale, hitting the apex there, and Club. So complete the lap. It's all about dual traction, getting a good run. Round to ERS he goes, stays 10. 27 zone.
Yeah, I think he did improve on his own time, but didn't quite improve in terms of the overall standing.
Yeah, he didn't like do anything aggressive. It was quite conservative, if anything. There was a few bits where he compromised his line that could have improved as Dre goes fastest was 27 flat. Out of nowhere, Dre gets pole position at this early stage. But we've got RT7 flying Jippo Perry, let's hope. All on out laps right now, and RT7 is the first one to start his lap. And RT7 has been flying all session long.
Yeah, he had Bam Bam in the way, but he moved out really quickly, so he's still got a pretty good chance coming around the loop over here.
And he gets a good exit as well. So, at the moment, he just needs to find like a 10th on this lap. Doesn't purple the first sector, but he does improve.
He's still got a pretty good chance. He does get a little bit of a slow exit out of there, but he's still running pretty close to everyone. But yeah, as you said, he doesn't need to gain much over there. He just really needs about half a tenth even would get him, or no, a tenth, yeah, would get him pretty much right up to the top.
Yeah, he's not having the greatest sex life. I expect it's a bit too narrow, but yeah, kind of compromises his line in the exit there. But does again improve by 2/10. That's what he needs. 35.9 is not the fastest millisecond, it's personal best. But he goes wide in the exit of Stowe, and then he loses the car. And so this is a bit of a scruffy lap for 57. Bit of pressure there. He goes wide again, and
yeah, he just backs off, yeah. Alright, so who else do we have coming around right now? Perry the dog is in the second sector running around right now. Who do we have that's on the fast lap? I guess a lot of people are on their fast laps right now. Perry flying Jippo, Latup, Bam Bam, Kataru, Erect, Clueless, they're all actually coming out. So Clueless decided to switch over from the mediums to the softs as well. Perry is slowing down just to get a really good run just towards the session end.
Yeah, he'd be the last person to cross the line, I believe.
No, I think Latup is still coming around him, yeah, and Clueless is still gonna make it possibly as well.
Okay, so Latup goes, you're right actually. Actually no, Latup was finishing a lap, he goes P3, 27.1. Flying Jippo is clipped to the exit of Stowe. Right now, just to see if he can be able to improve. He gets a good exit actually through the exit of Stowe. Just lap. Coming around through Club to the last corner. And he goes fastest with 26.9. So we finally break into the 26s. Only just. 26.99555.
Wow, that is a really, really quick time. Alright, so we're actually on board with Perry right now. I think he's one of the only couple of people right now that are on the fast lap. He's coming into the last DRS zone right now. Coming up to Stowe. I haven't seen any purple sectors by him, but he might be able to improve on the 6. He goes a little bit wide over there. Coming into Vale and Club right now. I think he's falling behind a little bit, but he sets a really quick lap. He does a 127.096. He was just 0.03 of a second behind failed UX. So a missed opportunity at third there just by the tiniest of margins, but still overall a really good starting position for him.
Yeah, good start for Japan. P4 is great. It's a McLaren front row lockout at the moment, which lines up on Dre.
Oh, and we have missing a wheel on track.
Yeah, I believe. So yeah, Ataru P14 was Bucky TV. Didn't know that. But yes, we have all those rivals. Coleman didn't set a time on his medium run, so he'll start 17. But yeah, it's looking very close. Only 2/10 covering top 7, or top 6 even. So yeah, they're looking very, very close.
Yeah. Flying Jippo takes pole position in qualifying here in the British Grand Prix of TCR Gold Class. So that's going to be an exciting Grand Prix. We've got Flying Jippo, Dre Diggy in second, Failed UX in third, Perry the Dog in fourth, Latoop in fifth, RC in sixth, M9H in seventh. We've got W in eighth, Seagrease in ninth, and Jones rounds up the top 10. And then we've got Iraq, Bam Bam, Mr. Clueless, Hotaru, Red Wing, Frost, Hack, and Coleman both did not set a time. So they'll be starting 16th and 17th, but we have pretty much a full grid here today, so that's going to be very, very exciting.
It should be exciting. Be interesting to see what the left and down do. You'd think that they'd probably go medium because they'll try something different. But you never know, stage car might be likely and it might mess up with their strategy as well, if you think about it. Or it might play in their favour depending on what happens. Or they could just go soft, steady, straight out and just like say as well and go and go for it on the soft tire and try and do as many overtaking opportunities as they can. So they have the option. There is some flexibility there, and yeah, that's all they need to do.
Well, the hard tires over here, I mean, they're pretty slow, but they will last you forever. So, I mean, do you think somebody is going to risk that and put on some hards and go really, really long towards the end?
Only if they have damage in like the first 3 laps, they might consider just going hards to the end. I don't think that it'll be a necessary need to go on hards unless it's something majorly happening in your race and you need to actually go on hards, then yeah. But most likely everyone will probably just do soft medium, medium soft. Or if a safety car comes out, then they've got the option there. So, yeah.
And yeah, I didn't see any weather. I don't see anything going on there. So, unfortunately, maybe that's not going to play any factors today. But who knows? That could come in as well. I'm not sure if we've got it set to dynamic in this race.
It is dynamic.
Yeah.
However, it's completely dry. But yes, as we can see, the car is going through the field. We have Flying Jipper starting from pole position through the formation up. We had Dre in P2. So McLaren front row lockout with Failed UX in P3, Perry Dog in 6 in P4 in Red Bull. Let's open P5 with RC 7 and I in P6. We got M9 Racing, P7, we got W in P8, we got Seagrist, P9 for Toro Rosso and Jones, rounding out the top 10. So the first of the fresh tire runners, erect on the medium tires. P11 we got Bam Bam and P12 Toro Rosso on the medium tires. We got Mr. Clues on the medium tires. P13 Canadians. We got Hotaru on the soft tires actually. But Alfa Romeo, we got Red Wing Racing on the soft tires for P15. Frost Tacker electing to go mediums for his run. P16, Coleman, P17 on the medium tires. Ricky Ricardo, who joined late, but gets to join anyway, is on the soft tires for Ferrari. And we got SCK Hurricane, who also joined late. We have 19 runners in the grid. He starts on soft tires and back into the grids. So, varying strategies to 11th down. Some electing softs, some electing mediums, thinking just go for overtakes, some people thinking longer term. So, yeah, it's one of those things. We have to figure out which strategy is the right one. But at the moment, Chippo is starting to emphasize field up to close up the field a little bit. Well, start to close up the field now, as he is about to start the race for everyone.
Alright, and yeah, thank you again for watching, everyone. Thank you for joining again for TCR Round 5 of Gold Class. We are in Silverstone today for 26 laps of crazy excitement, hopefully, and action. And I know that last night in Silver Class we had lots of excitement and lots of action for everybody, and mainly lots of battling with a lot of different people. So hopefully we'll see more of the rest here tonight. Thank you everyone for joining if you're watching this, and remember to subscribe to this league to watch more of these races. And we're about to get ready here. We've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're off racing in Britain for round 5 of TCR Gold Class. Flying Jippo gets a pretty good start. He gets away from second place there, and there's a little bit of stuff going on at the back. We've got people going wide, we've got people going off track here. I see a yellow flag in Sector 1. Lots of change of positions here, lots of people getting ahead and getting behind as well.
Yeah, a bit of a hectic start there. As you can see, cars dropping into position with W is P8 right now, but Seager's P9, Jones P10 at the moment. So it's quite a hectic start as we got SDK Hurricane using a lot of times spinning up there in P19. So yeah, it's pretty hectic start there.
Trey Diggy lost 2 positions on the start, meanwhile Perry and Failed managed to get ahead, and Dre just going wide in a couple of corners on this first lap as well. What do you think? He's having some tire pressures or what's going on? I mean, tire temperatures?
Both. Failed, yeah, probably. It's looking like a relatively clean-ish start. I don't know where Perry is for me, so I have no idea where he is at the moment. Is he in P2 right now?
He's in P3.
P3 right now. Okay, so yeah, so it was a good start, and I don't think tire pressures are too much of a worry just yet. Probably just had a better launch, and it's just getting up at the moment. But at the moment, Flying Jippo still leads from WX and Perry in P3 as the cars go setting off in the line right now.
Yeah, Perry is really attacking on Failed UX. He's only 0.18 of a second behind. He's sticking to his rear spoiler there, really close. We don't have DRS just yet. We got to complete another couple of laps here, but yeah, I mean, this could turn out to be a really great battle. Meanwhile, you've got Latobe right now in 5th position, RC in 6th, M9H in 7th, W in 8th. So those guys, those 4 stayed in the same positions as they were. But you've got Jones moving up a position from 10th to 9th. Meanwhile, Frost Hacker, he went from 16th to 12th from that start, so he gained a lot of positions, and Ricardo gained 3 positions as well, going to 15th.
Yeah, so that needs to make these tyre strategies work, so they're going for the long game, obviously. Rostak obviously on the medium tyres up until 12th place, as you mentioned. It's only 6/10 off E-Rack at the moment, so it's 11. We've got Seagrass. So Seagrass spins, that goes wide, and the exit Chapel hits the wall, and he's out of the race fully. So he hits a retire. So yellow flags in sector 2 and 3, and we have a safety car. Safety car is deployed out there. So, and Flying Jippo just missed the safety car pit entry.
And we've got
Because
Failed UX, Perry, Doug, and Dre, and many people going into the pits.
Yeah, everyone's going to the pit. Failed UX missed the pit. When the safety car was called, he was literally coming to the entry of Vale.
What sort of tires does everybody got go on? Everybody low? We've got some people going on hards.
Going on hard tires, it's just interesting.
Dre, Diggy, Latope, those guys went on hard side. Oh my god, everybody.
Everyone's on hard tires. That's interesting.
We had a total of 7 people pit.
Yeah, we had Failed UX, Latope, Dre, M9, Jones, and Ricky Ricardo. But they're all chasing hard tires, which I don't think is the right strategy there. But I think they probably screwed that one up. You'd probably want to go medium.
If they run them for like a good... yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right, absolutely. Because you're only going to really run about 15, 16 laps on them, so... Yeah.
Yeah, because safety car lasts 3 laps. You'd think, well, it would be lap 6 when you go on your medium. So effectively you're doing a 20-lap run on your mediums, which is doable, completely doable on mediums. So they might have shot themselves in the foot. So anyone that's pitting right now, which is Red Wing, Hottery, SDK, Hurricane, even Flying Jippo might actually get away with it. But it depends on what does Flying Jippo do, because he missed. Like I said before, when the safety car came out, he missed the entry because he was coming through the exit stove, and everyone behind him was only just about to go into the corner there. So, yeah, it's times now.
Well, I guess this just adds to the whole excitement of this whole race right now, because all of those who started a little bit further back, we've got a bunch of people in the midfield right now on medium tires. We've got a huge mix of tires. First 3 on softs, and then 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th are all on mediums. 9th, 10th, and 11th are on softs, and then we've got 7 people on hard tires at the back, playing a completely different strategy. So, and yeah, we've already got a safety car on lap 2 of the race. We're currently on lap 4, so we're hopefully gonna have the safety car coming in soon, and we'll go back to racing. But yeah, already lots of action going on here in this race.
Yeah, it bunches the field back up again. Like, LTX actually had Flying Jippo had actually a goodish start. Yeah, he did up the gap, that was enough, but that kind of was a divine intervention for the entire field, because as soon as Safety Car came out, he was just already in the last corner. So, unfortunately for him, he needs to now extend his stint so he can do everything, or hope that he could pull away from WRT7, who needs to also like pull up as well. So we'll have to wait and see what they do, what lap they do pit for their medium tires, most likely. Then you've also got Erect, Frostsacker, Bam Bam, Mr. Clues as well. That could probably potentially hold up the leaders at the time, which was Perry and Dre and Lato, for example. And Felt UX, for that matter.
Yeah, so just literally everything to play for in this race. We're very, very early stages. So far, this league has been absolutely exciting on all the different classes, and I think Gold class has been... Oh, we've got a 5-second penalty for Bam Bam. Or no, sorry, for Clueless, for a collision with Bam Bam. Those penalties are really easy to get when you're running under safety car. I've gotten one before, I think, in this league, and I've gotten a couple of speeding ones before as well. But I mean, those are so easy. That could be down to glitch and stuff as well. But we've got the message now. Safety cars coming in this lap. So I see people weaving all around the track, getting ready to restart, getting a little bit of temperature back in those tires. Flying Jippo needs to get a perfect getaway here, because he's got everybody gunning for him.
Yeah, as he backs up the field. So let the safety car go through without causing any instances, hopefully. As he backs him up. He takes space and he decides to go now. Flying Jippo accelerates through W, tries to respond to that, but it looks like Flying Jippo gets a good restart as they start the lap. W actually reacted very well to that, but it was RT7 that was caught napping that.
There was a little bit of contact between Frosthacker there at the back with Bam Bam and Erect.
Yeah, and Frostacker gets them done, goes up to P4. I think Erect let him through, more or less, effectively. It felt like he lost a bit of traction there, but yeah, a little bit of a frantic restart, but W reacted very well to Flying Jippo's restart. RC7 caught napping a little bit, and then Frostacker Erect up P4 and P5 right now. Got Bam Bam and P6, Mr. Clues P7, and everyone's fighting right now, just for a little bit of positioning.
Yeah, Bam Bam is the closest one on track right now behind Erect, and then we've got Clueless, and Coleman is really catching up on Clueless behind them as well. Everybody is within less than a second of each other, except for Ricardo at the back behind Jones. Oh, and Coleman goes wide again. He's trying really, really hard. We got a yellow flag. Who is that for?
Yeah, the flag at sector 2. We've got another.
Oh my god, massive crash! Massive!
Massive crash. It was Jones. I think he lost it and then he hit the back. Well, collected by SDK. We have another safety car. This now helps Flying Jippo if he wants to pit. Go on the medium tires now, but
he totally does. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was gonna say we gotta go on board with him and see, but he gets a speeding into the pit lane. Oh no!
It's 5 seconds on speeding in the pit lane. But he does pit. We got Frostacker leading the race, Erect, Bam Bam, and Coleman. Top for all the fresh medium runners, and we also got who else? Red Wing comes in P5. Sorry.
Alright, so we again had 6 people pitting. Flying Jippo W, RC7, Hotaru Lotop, and Ricky Ricardo all changed their tires, and now the tire strategy is even more mixed up than it was before. So I really don't even know how to call this one and what to say anymore. We've got people like Coleman in 4th, Frosthacker running in 1st right now in the lead. He seems to have no damage on his front wing or anything, so that contact that he had at the back there doesn't seem to have done anything. Yeah, so, I mean, very, very exciting, but these safety cars, they're way too often in this game, and I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that before. Before this new patch, there was barely any of them, but with the new patch, there's way too many. What do you think, Dougie?
I think it's balanced, honestly. I don't think there's way too many. I think it's because I haven't seen that many before this patch. We're now seeing 2 that actually kind of work kind of correct, except for the Seagrass one. I think the Seagrass one was a bit too much because he was already off track anyway. The virtual would have worked. But this one wasn't a deserved safety car because it was a pile-up in the entry of cops. This one needed a safety car. But, yeah, I'm more neutral, and I think it works out. You know, it opens strategy, it makes it interesting. I don't think it's too much. I think it's balanced, if anything. But, yeah, I think at the moment it opens up opportunities for everyone. So at the moment, Frostacker's leading the race, and it's the first time Frostacker's ever led a race all season long. So, got Frosthacker leading from Erect in P2, Bam Bam in P3, Coleman in P4, Red Wing in P5, FoldUX P6, Dre in P7, Perry P8, M9 Racing in P9, and Mr. Clues in P10 at the moment. So, yeah.
Alright, yeah, so safety car number 2 in this race already, and we were only 5 laps in, I think, when the second safety car came out.
Yeah, and you Flying Jippo electing to use hard tires. Why? I don't understand why, actually. So we got Flying Jippo choosing hard tires. I don't understand the strategies. We got W on the medium tire, which is the correct strategy. So W will be flying coming into this. We also got
Red Wing on the softs.
We got Red Wing is still on the softs. He still hasn't pitted yet. Him, Coleman, Bam Bam, Erect, and Frostacker all haven't elected to go pitted yet. naturally because they were mediums, but Red Wing is on the softs and feeling like he can go longer on those soft tires, or expecting another safety car and then just going to pit them. So it's interesting. It's a bold call because we don't even know it's going to be another safety car again.
Yeah, and with this new update, you know, it could be at any time, but safety cars coming in this lap. So Frosthacker is going to be leading the pack. So that's going to be interesting to see. He's got Erect behind him, who's going to be just gunning for it on his medium tires. He hasn't pitted yet either, but with all these safety cars, you don't really get too much wear on your tires, and you get to cool them down on these safety car laps, so you do actually extend their life by quite a bit.
Yeah, so your Frosthacker.
Oh, and he goes now. He got a really good getaway, but then he loses the back a little bit, goes a little bit wide.
Yeah, he got a good restart actually. It was Erect that was caught napping there as Bam Bam was out all over the back of him to get to the first corner, and he's got Coleman now all over the back of him as well. So, because Coleman goes down the inside and Bam Bam into Village and through the loop, still tries to hold
They're
it
still
around the
side
outside,
by side.
Yeah, still side by side as it goes through the exit of onto the wedding switch screen. And it looks like Coleman has the better straight line speed here. Goes around the outside to go into the entry of Brooklyn, but still side by side.
Bam Bam locks up a little bit there.
Yeah, still side by side going into Luffield in 4 corners, and he's still not giving up the position. But Coleman takes P3, so it's Frosthacker, Erect, Coleman for top 3 at the moment.
And Red Wing is now catching up to that whole pack, and he's having a little bit of fun trying to stay behind them.
Yeah, at the moment, he's trying to extend his stint on those soft tires. He needs to get going as well, considering what he needs to do. He's got Bam Bam all the way up there.
And I think somebody's... Oh, Bam Bam.
Yeah, it was Bam Bam.
He spun out. And he's retired.
I think he just did a rage quit there. So happy with that.
Flying Jippo moving up into 8th position, goes around Clueless on his hard tires, but Clueless is fighting him back, and they're side by side. There's a little bit of contact, more contact again, and Clueless actually manages to stay in front.
Yeah, Mr. Clueless does stay in front on the grippy medium tires. Like I said,
Flying Jippo is coming back at him. They're going into the first corner, and and they're off.
That was a very bold move from Flying Jippo. He tries to go on the inside of turn 1, which is something, not really an overtaking opportunity, but W overtakes him, who he's technically fighting for in the lead at the moment. W takes the effective lead of the Grand Prix, with Flying Jippo now up to P2. Actually, Dre's effective leader, isn't he? Dre's effective leader from M9 Racing, actually. WP3, and Flying Jippo is dropped down to P4. And
Clueless has left this session, so we've got 5 retirements already in this race, only 9 laps in.
Yeah, it was a race quit from Mr. Clueless. I feel like he...
Oh, and we've got somebody else, that was Hotaru spinning out and into the wall. He's got damage on his front wing. I think he made a little bit of contact with Ricardo, because he's now back as well.
Yeah, we just caught the end of that, actually. He literally... lost the back end in the exit of, well, coming into the entry of Woodcote, actually. On a strange accident.
In the meantime, we've also got Coleman catching up to Erect. He's only 0.3 of a second behind, and he goes a little bit wide into Vale there.
Frosthacker is pulled away at nearly a 3-second lead. He's absolutely flying on those medium tires. That's the fastest lap for good measure.
W gets a 3-second penalty.
Erect is under pressure from, as you mentioned, Coleman now, and it's like Coleman's the fastest driver of the two at the moment. He's flying at the moment, but yeah, it's early days to say what's going to happen now. But Perry is up to P6. We've got Red Wing at P5 and Dre at P4. Dre is effectively leader of this race. Mr. Clueless, I think, rage quit earlier after the contact between Flying Jippo into turn 1. As Coleman tries to go down the inside of Erect into Brooklands. Tries to go for the outside of Luffield.
He's gonna go for the switchback.
But goes for a slight switchback. Gets such a good run, a fantastic run coming into the exit of Woodcote there. And goes to the inside to Cobb's corner. and makes it stick. Goes up to P2.
They did make a little bit of contact there too.
Yeah, very clean. Going up to Max Brexel, he's up into P2 right now, 3.3 seconds off his own teammate, as they both do need to pit. Erect dropped down to P3, got Dre, the effective leader, under pressure, putting pressure now onto Erect as well. So we've got Coleman, Erect, and Dre all fighting for P2, but Dre is your effective race leader. He doesn't need to fight them necessarily, but he is the faster driver at the moment. So he goes down the inside of Club there, gets the stick, and he's up to P3. So we got the two Williams leading from Dre, Erect into P4. After losing 2 positions in a matter of a few corners.
Yeah, everything happening in this race. Lots of people making contact and going off in places and spinning out. We've had 2 safety cars already. We've got lots of battling on track right now. Lots of people within, you know, half a second of each other. We've got DRS enabled right now as well, so people are really gonna battle for it.
Yeah, it's Dre going down the inside of Coleman there. He's looking very racy right now, as Dre, as he is trying to pile pressure onto Coleman. Coleman doesn't need to, but he is flying right now as he's putting pressure onto him. So you got the battles going on right now. We got Flying Jippo.
Oh, and he goes on the inside of Frosthacker. I mean, of Coleman, and he moves up into second position now. Dre Diggy into second.
Dre Diggy up to second, but Flying Jippo's not under pressure from the Taupe now. So now a battle for P8. The Taupe is flying on his tires. Kind of struggling with his hard tires.
RC behind them closing in as well right now.
Yeah, so it's like a mini train going on with like 4 cars in the middle. Failed you access in the middle is at the end of that train actually.
We've got Red Wing pitting right now as well.
Yeah, Red Wing does pit. He was the longest serving lap runner.
Perry the dog sets the fastest lap.
Yeah, Perry sets the fastest lap. He's trying to put pressure onto Coleman. He's up into P4 right now. Now, effectively, he could fight for the win here. Perry about to go on the outside into the inside.
Yeah, he's still got DRS as well. He's got everything to fight for here. He's catching up to Dre Diggy at a pretty good rate. So, yeah, but him and Dre Diggy are on the same exact strategy, it seems like. They pitted on the same time and they went on the same tire. So it's just going to be interesting to see what they decide to do towards the end of the race.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think, albeit it's not the correct strategy, but since they're both on the same strategy, it's kind of going to be a bit of a stalemate. But Perry does seem to be, at the moment, the faster driver of the two. Who's catching him at quite a rate of knots, because it was about 3 seconds before all this happens, and Perry lost his 2 positions down, but now all of a sudden he's all over the back of him. So Perry looks like the favourite of the two, as we've got RC7 and L2X fighting for positions in the mini train right now with Flying Jippo and the Taupe there or thereabouts. So yeah, wait and see if they do that.
Yeah, we've got everybody's pretty close together. I mean, we've got a massive group of people pretty much running from 1st to about 11th. And then we've got a few people spread out on the track that have had some issues. But Frosthacker, in the meantime, he's just getting away with it. He's 3.4 seconds. He's increasing his gap by about, I think, about a couple of tenths a lap.
Yeah, he is. If anything, if another safety car comes out, he probably might be favourite to win the Grand Prix. But at the moment, he is yet to pit. Him and his own teammate and Erect obviously have yet to pit. The 3 drivers yet to pit in this race. 1st, 3rd and 4th right now. 4th and 5th right now. As Perry starting to pile pressure on Dre, P2 right now. Doing what he can to get the position done and then probably move his stick.
Yeah, he's getting super close to Dre Diggy over here. We're watching Perry on board. He gets a little bit of a bad run coming into the DRS zone. So he did fall behind there. He was actually closer before that section and before Maggots and Beckett's, but he is catching up again with that DRS. So yeah, I mean, this battle could turn out to be very, very interesting. And meanwhile, Frosthacker is still keeping his gap of about 3.4, 3.3 seconds on every lap.
Yeah, we've got another train forming now with W and then racing and chip over toe.
Oh, he goes a little bit wide there.
Yeah, he does. So we got another train developing with W now, probably making an error earlier. And now we got M9 Racing and Flying Chippo trying to go down the inside. Flying Chippo tries to go on the inside of M9 Racing, but doesn't really make it work. As M9 Racing is just too far ahead at the time. So at the moment, this is a little mini train battling. Flying Chippo please make up as many positions as he can. As he gets a great run going in the inside of Brooklyn's, and he gets past the Alfa Romeo driver there coming into Brooklyn's, and hopefully he gets through sector yellow in sector 2 and 3, which is after spinning. And 3 cars are going ahead at the moment, but yes.
Coleman gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's gonna hinder down his race a little bit. Perry is managing to stick behind Trey Diggy. I think what he's probably trying to do here is run the really smart strategy and just save ERS, but he is trying to attack coming into the last couple of corners here, but he can't seem to get around Dre, so I don't know if he just can't literally get around him or if he's trying to play it smart and just save his tires, save his fuel and ERS, and then attack towards the end.
Yeah, Perry tried to go for moves, tried to go do for like a dummy on him on the Angus straight, and then tried to go, well, Drake went defensive. Perry tried to hold it on the outside, making it work on the last lap. So, at the moment, Perry's trying, yeah, he's still trying to do everything he can to get the overtake done, but at the moment, Perry still can't seem to find a way. But at the same time, we've got a few more. How many laps left? We've got 11 laps to go, and at the moment, Dre is doing everything he can to hold on. Frosthacker still leads the race, he's yet to pit, but Gap's been running the same time as we mentioned, Perry going around the outside, going in the inside.
They're still battling.
Yeah, they're still battling, yeah, you're right.
And Perry manages to get ahead now.
Perry now takes the effective lead of the Grand Prix.
And he is cutting down his gap to Frosthacker. Frosthacker seems to be losing time. He was 3.4 seconds. Oh my god. Oh no! Dre goes off, takes off the braking indicator and spins off.
He literally went wide. He got that turbulent air from Perry from the back end and then just went straight off. He didn't turn. And then just went to the grass and he spun and he just now dropped all the way down to P12 there. That is such an unfortunate thing to happen for him.
And meanwhile, W moves up into 4th position, overtaking Flying Jippo. Perry the dog still setting fastest laps on his hard tires of 13 laps that he's been on them.
Yeah, at the moment. But Dre making that error on the turbulent air from the back of Perry's car, and he's now dropped all the way down to 12th place. Effectively, Frosthacker, you're right. 2 seconds now between him and Perry, but obviously Frosthacker's yet to pit. W into P, effectively now P2, and Flying Jippo now up into P3 effectively now. He is the one to start and probably trying to apply pressure to W, but W is probably on the preferred strategy at the moment. They're both on the same age tires, but W on the medium tire probably quick pull away as soon as he gets past Coleman.
Yeah, W just got a 3-second penalty there, but he is catching up on Coleman very, very quickly, and Flying Jippo now gets a penalty as well, 3 seconds for him as well.
Yeah, he went incredibly wide going into the entry. He's pushing us like crazy right now, trying to do everything he can to minimize the pit stops that you have to do. That's the fastest most like from anybody, but W gets past Coleman out to P2, and we got Flying Jippo almost hitting the. Did he hit Coleman? He nearly did, because he lost it in the exit of stuff.
Coleman goes into the pits.
he nearly hits Coleman there because he was pushing like crazy, and he's almost losing the back end in every single corner he's trying to do. But Flying Jippo, absolutely flying as ever, trying to go a maximum attack and try and get W for P2 right now. Well, effective P2 right now. So as we got Flying Jippo and W, Flying Jippo trying to do as much as we can to get past W. W defending as much as he can, as he effectively is holding that P2 as long as he possibly could. We got the top at P5 right now.
And Perry the Dog is within a second of Frosthacker now.
Yeah, Perry the Dog is about to take over the lead, as he should. Frosthacker is still yet fit, still on the 16 lap, all medium tires.
Flying Jippo is trying to get around W right now. They're side by side. He's got the DRS. He's gonna get ahead. Can W do the switchback on him? No, I don't think so. So Flying Jippo moves up to third. Frosthacker goes into the pits, and Perry moves up into first position right now. But Perry is probably gonna have to pit himself very quickly unless he's gonna push those tires until the end. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Who is that? I think that's M9. No. We've got failed UX.
W spins in the first corner, and he loses the back end there as he drops down positions. So now up to P4, well, P3 at the moment. We got RC7 up to P4, W dropping down like a fly, and he gets hit again with Dre. He spins again, actually. And then Dre make contact in the exit of turn 3. W now dropped all the way down to 9th place. And Frosthacker now on the soft tire as all that was unfolding. Ricky Ricardo now moving up a position on M9 Racing for P5 as he gets positioned down and he gets to move stick.
RC is now catching up to Lataupe as well. He's gonna really fight for that position. RC though, Lataupe could possibly you know, pit right now and get out of this battle and possibly save his strategy. I think they're all gonna probably dive into the pits pretty soon.
I believe it's gonna go to the end. I don't think they'll need to necessarily pit those. Try and hold it out. As you said in the beginning, the hard tires last forever. I think that's what they were banking on at this moment. They're just hitting out and not hitting ever again.
So that should be pretty interesting then. So everybody is pretty much gonna stick it out here. But yeah, I don't think then Lataupe is going to be able to hold on to that gap for too much longer.
Yeah, we got RC7 now. Applying pressure to Lataupe. Up.
Oh, I think W made some contact with somebody. Somebody had spinning again, and there's Sector 2 and Sector 3. Yellow flags. Red Wing spins.
Red Wing does spin the exit of Chapel. But this is probably the biggest battle at the moment besides failed UX. Ricardo. M9 Racing is dropping down a lot of positions. He lost a position to failed UX in the lap previous, and now failed UX is about to go down the inside on Ricky Ricardo for P5 there. So he tries to, but holds on the outside. Gets a switchback, goes on the inside, gets a decent run. So this should be a slam dunk move for the inside of Woodcote and Cops. Through the old pitch trick they go.
As long as they don't make any contact.
Don't make any contact. Ricky Ricardo gives him the position. WX goes up into P4, but can't. But Ricky Ricardo might have the DRS coming into the thing, but he goes really wide from the turbulent air of the runner there. He goes even wider on the exit. That's where Dre actually lost it. Just underestimated the turbulent air of the Red Bull. So Ricky Ricardo didn't really get a good exit because of it. So the UX up into P4. P5, sorry.
Yeah, we've got RC in P4 right now. He's just a second behind Lataupe, but he's gonna try. Oh, we've got another safety car as Coleman retires from the race.
Coleman retires. He crashed in the exit of where Seacrest crashed, actually, at the very beginning. At the exit of Chapel. Everyone's been crashing or spinning at the exit of Chapel. He wasn't the only one, so Perry doesn't actually where the safety car was. Didn't really have
I'm trying to follow. Oh, Dre just went past Coleman, so yeah, you're right. He did spin out somewhere towards the end of Chapel there.
Yeah, he lost it there. He's the 5th car to do it, so it's a very tricky corner today. We saw Dre, like we mentioned, like just moments ago, about Dre losing something there in the entry of Chapel. Chapel been a very tricky corner for most of these drivers at the moment, but yes, we have another safety car. Bunches to pack up a lot, but it's a question of whether there's anyone who wants to pit, do the top 3 pit for soft tires. You'd imagine they would, but we'll have to wait and see. Do they just go for the track position and hold out with 5 laps to go? Well, it'll be a 3-lap sprint.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Perry, he's so far away of everyone, he's gonna have to go into the pits and go for it, because he's only gonna possibly lose a position, or may not lose at all, and he does not. So he's gonna stay out. Let's see what Flying Jippo is gonna do. He goes into the pits.
He'll go into the pit, but he does have 5 seconds to serve, so...
Lato behind him continues on. RC is gonna go into the pits. So we've got mixed strategies from everybody. We've also got M9 Racing going into the pits as well.
So
and Ricardo.
Ricardo, everyone, most of the drivers are pitting except for Failed UX, RC7. Oh, RC7 does pit, actually.
Yeah, he does, and Flying Jippo has served his penalty, and he still gets a really great position. He's gonna be probably 6th.
This actually helps Frostacker a lot, because he was the one that went long, but if only the safety car came a little bit earlier. He probably would have been leading this race. But at the moment, Frostacker up to P4 with that, and he's got Failed UX on old hard tires, and you got Latope on old medium tires, and then you got Frostacker, Erect, Flying Jippo, RC7, Ricky, M9 Racing, W. Pretty much half the field, not majority of the field, all electing not to pit with a 3-lap sprint. This is going to be pretty tasty,
especially towards the front of the pack. That's going to be absolutely great to watch, with Frosthacker gonna pull out an attack on Failed. Latope actually sort of comes out in a good position out of all of this, because he gets to save his medium tires for a couple of laps here. He's only done 15 laps on them as well. Meanwhile, Perry and Failed have done 18 laps.
They have, yes, and you have to say now, it's looking like Perry might be under pressure, assuming if Flying Jippo can get past Erect and Frostacker earlier, or if Frostacker can do a fantastic run on those soft tires, because he was looking racy beforehand, and he did pull away at a gap. He did create a gap for multiple laps, and he was in majority of his race actually for Frostacker. So he could probably pull a surprise here as well. So stay tuned.
Anything can happen. So yeah, this is safety car number 3 in this race. I was really not expecting that in Silverstone. I mean, Singapore last week, or 2 weeks ago, yeah, absolutely. You know, you expect at least a couple of them to come out. But I think it was just, as you said before, it was very genuine this time around. People literally crashed and spun around and had massive incidents.
Yeah, exactly that.
So overall, though, you know, we've had the field bunched up 3 times, and we've had so many different position changes and so many different lead changes and everything. Frosthacker being the main person to gain out of all of it. He's currently in 4th. He's gained 12 positions from where he started, so he started 16th. And he has only done the 1 stop, and he's currently on soft tires. So yeah, as you said,
I mean, if he finishes like this, Frosthacker, this will be Frosthacker's best position this season yet. So I'm pretty sure he's not had a great season, Frosthacker, and I think this race has boosted his confidence a lot.
RC just got a really weird penalty there. He got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag.
There you go. Ignoring yellow flags. Oh, I think it's because the lapped car Mr. Clues probably overtook it and you can give it back. The safety car is in this lap.
Alright, so we're gonna stay on board with Frosthacker here because we all think that he's gonna be the main runner here. He also gives us a nice vantage point on the front back here. So yeah, this is gonna be very exciting with the strategies and the tire wear that people have out front. Failed UX with 19 laps on his hards, Latope with 16 laps on his mediums, but Perry leading with 19 laps on his hards, and then we've got a bunch of people behind those three on their softs. Perry is waiting until the very end here to really restart the race, and he goes now, and they're back at it. We're back racing in Britain for round 5 of Gold Class for TCR. Only 3 laps to go, a 3-lap sprint, as Dougie said here. Everything to play for, and let's see what happens.
See what happens, but at the moment Frosthacker is told to back of failed UX immediately, and I don't think pitting was a good idea. I do think pitting was a good idea. Also, Frosthacker is now all over the back of him. If anything, he's going to take 3rd place straight away, perhaps. Goes around the outside, failed UX defends, but Frosthacker needs to get this overtake done. He's got Flying Jippo on his inside. Oh no, man, Flying Jippo hits the wall! Flying Jippo tries to go to the inside, gets side pod, and he hits the wall, trying to be aggressive as well.
Is this gonna bring out another safety car?
Hopefully not.
And Flying Jippo retires. I see his EI is driving the car, and we have a virtual safety car.
Ray retires. The McLaren hits the wall, the exit of Cops as well. So both McLarens out of the race in a matter of seconds. Both McLarens starting in the front row, all of a sudden out of this race.
Wow, that's gonna be crazy. I mean, we need to find out later on after the race what happened there.
So you got a virtual safety car.
And I think we're back to racing in the next couple of seconds here, and we're back at it again.
We're back to racing again. Frosthacker are going again for another run on Failed UX, but this time drops back a lot. The VSC did not help him at all with that, but it helps the front 3. Barry now all of a sudden has a 1.3 second lead at the moment from the Tope at the moment, and Failed UX is now starting to apply pressure onto the Tope, if anything, more than Frosthacker is.
RC7 is trying to attack right now. He goes around there side by side. Ricardo manages, or I mean, Iraq manages to defend that position. They're coming around now, and let's see if he gets the switchback. RC does get the switchback. Oh no, oh, did they make some contact there? He went a little bit wide, but RC manages to get the position.
Get squeezed each other, but RC7 does get the position in the inside of the Cop step.
Frosthacker is attacking on Failed now.
Yeah, his tires are now starting to warm up, and I think the Tope's tires are now dead. It's only a matter of time it's a matter of time Frosthacker gets the position. It's just, can he do it? The Tope goes very defensive. He gets a pretty bad exit. Failed UX tries to go in the middle of it. And we got Frosthacker finding a place to fit his car somewhere in all of that. Failed UX tries to go around the outside through Stowe. And gets moved down up to P2 right now. The Tope is starting to drop positions a little bit under pressure now from the fast Williams of Frosthacker on those tires right now. Harry says the fastest lap. He progresses up, trying to manage his field. I think he's pretty much checked out in the lead. We've got Failed UX and Frosthacker probably going to be fighting for P2, as the Tope is very much under pressure now on those slightly dying medium tires now.
Yeah, we had W get another penalty.
He's been got a yellow flag there. Iraq loses position 10 in the racing, so he's made an error somewhere.
Oh, Frosthacker is trying to go around Latope right now. Oh, and I saw a little bit of a drizzle on the screen as well, so we might even get rain towards the last lap of the race.
We might as well, but Frostlacker needs to get this position. DRS is enabled this lap, so he's got 2 laps of DRS to get past the top and potentially fail UX for an incredible P2 if he can make it stick. Right, as you mentioned, the rain is starting to drizzle onto the track.
This is turning out to be extremely exciting towards the end of the race here, but we're coming on to the last lap in just a couple of corners here. Failed, UX, Latope, and Frosthacker are all still in this very, very close battle for second, third, and fourth. Really, anybody can get it, and now that the drizzling is coming on the screen, and you can really see the drops on the screen right now, you can also see the tire wear really is going to kick in on this last lap. Latope goes a little bit wide into the first corner. He manages to keep it together, but anybody can really lose it now in these conditions.
But you'd imagine the soft runners will be loving this actually right now because they'll have more grip than the two drivers, well, the top 3 drivers. So as we head to the final lap of the race, as I mentioned, Perry's probably checked out. This is Frostlacker's best opportunity if he can be able to get this with a stick, but he can't get close enough to mount a challenge on the top. So he's got one more opportunity in the hangar straight. But UX looks like he's probably got P2 covered. So let's hope this is probably the best position he's probably going to get.
But there's also a bunch of penalties to play with, so I'm not really sure how that's going to play out. We didn't really check exactly who has which penalties or how many.
Yeah, I didn't notice Frosthacker would get any penalties.
But Latope now is really falling behind, and Frosthacker is now catching up to them. Well, I think we still have DRS here as well, so yeah, Frosthacker is going down the inside.
Yeah, Frosthacker gets up into P3, got a better run. Latope's tires are now starting to get off the cliff a little bit, and as we head to see him get up to P2, as we come back to Perry.
As Perry crosses the line now and he wins the British Grand Prix here. Behind him we've got Fail UX who drops down to 5th with all of his penalties. Frosthacker gets to 2nd. Latope manages to get on the podium and keep it, gets 3rd place. Ricardo, after all of that, after 4 stops, he gets 4th place.
Wow.
And we've got Failed UX in 5th behind him. Absolutely crazy stuff here, but wow, Ricardo, oh my goodness, he keeps on getting lucky in all of these different races in all different ways as well.
Yeah, but Perry takes the win here. As you mentioned, yeah, Ricky was very lucky with the penalties, but Perry takes the win after having an emphatic win. Electing not to go to pit kind of worked out in the end because track position was very thin. Frosthacker takes P2 over penalties, and Latope gets a podium, his first podium of the season, I believe, Latope. So, 2 first podiums of the season and a race win for Perry. Again, effectively back-to-back race wins.
Wow, that was an absolutely crazy race. We had 3 safety cars, a virtual safety car, we had retirements everywhere, but going through it again, Perry actually had a 5-second penalty, but he still manages to keep the win. Frosthacker behind him with a 3-second penalty, Latope in 3rd, Ricardo in 4th, Fail UX in 5th, M9 in 6th, Erect in 7th, RC in 8th, W in 9th, and then Red Wing in 10th. Clueless in 11th was the last finisher of the race. We had Dre, Flying Jippo, Coleman, Hotaru Bam Bam, Hurricane Jones, and Segrist all retire out of the race. W had 3 penalties totaling for 9 seconds, but Failed UX had a total of only the 1 penalty, only the 5 seconds, but it managed to drop them down from, I think it was in 2nd, all the way down to 5th now?
Yeah, alright, 2nd to 5th, Failed UX. The safety cars in the last stint kind of ruined his opportunity. But yeah, it was a crazy result there. We ended the session there.
As Ricardo says in the comments on the video, 4-stop strategy is clearly the way to go.
Yeah, definitely is. For P4 though, solid result for Ricky Ricardo. So after all his trials and tribulations, we seem to say that a lot with Ricky Ricardo. Has a lot of trials and tribulations, but he somehow ends up getting a podium out of nowhere. So there's that.
Well, you know, they say that fortune favors the bold, so he goes for those bold strategies and he gets those bold results at the end.
Yeah, exactly that.
All right, so are we gonna get some people into the postcom here?
Yes.
All
Trying
right,
to.
perfect. So yeah, I mean, wow. After that race, again, another super exciting race. Crazy finish. People playing really nice strategy games all over the place with all the different safety cars that we had. Safety cars were coming out at interesting moments in the race as well, so that was definitely playing into everybody's. We've got Frosthacker joining us with us now as well. Um,
Howdy.
Hi there, yeah. Yeah, your microphone's a little bit low there. Can you speak up?
Yeah, is this better?
Yeah, a little bit better. Cool. So, I mean, what are your feelings after that race?
Oh, yeah, make sure your voice is on chat, by the way.
Yeah, let me
Sorry.
go do that real quick. Okay, yeah, it's good. What was the question again?
How are you feeling after the race? After everything that's happened, all the safety cars, the strategy games?
Really shaky. Happy because after qualifying, my fire alarm went off. So I thought I was gonna get back either to the race in time. But it was chaotic, I would say, with all the safety cars. But fun. I mean, that's what really matters, if you had fun.
Wow, so correct me if I'm wrong, you started 16th on the grid and managed to finish second, was it?
That is correct.
Absolutely amazing drive, man. Congratulations on that podium. It was absolutely worth it.
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions. So, after you've not had like the greatest season start to your season so far, and obviously you needed confidence boost. Was this the confidence boost that you needed after all your like mess ups and thingy? Did you feel like you got the practice in that you needed to actually do the race to do well?
Yeah, I mean, Bryn is one of my favorite tracks, so obviously it's kind of built in. You kind of know a little bit what to do. Obviously, some points there's obviously stuff you can work on, but it's definitely a confidence boost after like you said, the past 2 seasons where a lot of it was rough. That's because a lot of it was from schoolwork and not practicing that much. But I've managed to get more free time to practice now, and yeah, like especially for the future now. Like, it's got spring break coming up, so hopefully this is a turning point in my season.
It's pretty good. But congratulations, your P2 is your best position so far this season. I think before then it wasn't even in the top 6. So
yeah,
congratulations. We enjoy your P2. As we go to Perry the Dog 6. Congratulations on your win. Effectively back-to-back wins after Singapore. But how was that?
I think we're gonna have the same result as last time. Honestly, I ran into the back of failed going into the pits in the first safety car, and the game gave us both 5 seconds. So that's why I was pushing so hard at the end, because I didn't know what penalties were behind me. So I was just gonna try to race those 5 seconds off. But yeah, it was a pretty good race. Avoided some carnage early through the middle part of that race. So I don't know, the hards just kept getting faster and faster. So
Blend?
Yeah, congratulations, man. That was an amazing drive, especially when you got away at the end there on your really old, hard tires. How did you manage to keep them together, especially with the rain starting to come down too?
I mean, I think a lot of it was just taking it really easy throughout the middle parts of the race, just racing the battles I needed to race and kind of letting everything else just play out around me. So just kind of taking it easy, and then I think the 2 safety cars really helped the tires. I mean, I think I was only at like 50%, maybe less, when I got to the end of the race. So, I mean, they weren't that worn, and yeah, I don't know. I just had so much fuel left over from safety cars that I just set it on rich and went.
That's amazing, man. You managed to pull out like a really nice gap towards the end as well. You had that 5-second penalty, as you said, so yeah, I mean, congratulations again. It was great to watch, and good luck in the rest of the season. What are you expecting for the rest of the season? What sort of results are you going to be aiming for?
I mean, I think that, qualifying said a lot, because there's 5 or 6 guys within half a second of each other, and then maybe a couple more depending on the track and the midfield. So I think really the races might not have been as close, but there's a lot of quicker guys building up this gold tier. So I don't know, man. It should be exciting. I'm hoping for a podium every single race throughout the year, but I think it'll be tough with the competition.
All right, man. Well, thanks again. And who else do we have on with us here?
The Taupe. P3.
Lato P3, congratulations, man. You also came from the back a little bit, as far as I remember. Where did you start on the grid? Three times.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. Yeah, your first podium in TCR. Going for this, did you feel like you could have potential podiums beforehand and/or in the future? Do you feel like you've got the pace to probably do it, or did you feel like this was? Yeah, well, congratulations on your first podium. Congratulations to the top 3 on racing, winning, Perry winning, and obviously Frostak getting his also first podium as well. So yeah, it's a crazy race.
Yeah, absolutely, and congratulations again, Latope. I hope to see you get some more podiums in the future here. Keep on fighting, keep on playing those strategies to your advantage. Perfect. So yeah, thanks again everyone for watching tonight. This again has been a crazy race. If you just joined towards the end, rewind and replay it and rewatch it, because it's been absolutely crazy. We had 3 safety cars, we had lots of retirements. We only had 11 finishers, but we started with 18 total runners. So definitely lots of action happened on track, lots of battling as well. Join us please again tomorrow night for Platinum Class here again at Britain. That's going to be an exciting one. Platinum Class has been extremely close for the whole season so far. But I want to thank everyone again for joining and all the comments that have been rolling in throughout the session. Remember to subscribe to the channel and watch more of our races. In the booth tonight again, we're BLIN-MACHINE and Dougie Falcons. Dougie, thank you so much for joining me again tonight.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Well, everybody have a great night, and we will see you again tomorrow for round 5 of Platinum Class and TCR. Have a great night.
Stay safe, y'all.